Welcome to Chabad. Please join us. Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Bechukosai. The question of the week is, how can we develop a meaningful, everlasting relationship with Hashem? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Bechukosai, the Torah begins, Im Bechukosai Teilechu. If you go in my Chukosai. So Rebbe asks, what does Bechukosai mean? So we know, when God gave the Torah, He gave three types of commandments. Edus, Chukim, and Mishpatim. Edus are testimonies, like for example, we keep Shabbat because God rested on the seventh day. Mishpatim are laws that if God wouldn't have given them, society would put in laws. And Chukim are laws beyond logic. But what does that mean, laws beyond logic? So Rebbe says Chukim comes from the same word as Chakika. Like for example, we know the 10 Commandments were carved out in the stone. When you have letters that are carved out in the stone, it's not a letter which is external on top of the stone, but it's actually part of it. So in other words, Bechukosai is telling us that the way to observe the commandments is not that we're doing something external to us, but we're actually doing something which is really who we are. Our relationship with Hashem is not external, but it's actually internal. It's actually a oneness relationship that we have with Hashem. How does one come about creating that deep relationship? So the Rebbe explains that is when a person has bittul, when someone has humility. When you have humility and you humble yourself, then you can become truly one with Hashem. So how do you develop a meaningful, everlasting relationship with Hashem? Is by being humble and becoming one with Hashem in all that we do. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, and Rachel bas Lipa. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. For more information, please see our website, chabadswf.org. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson.